And one day I said the prayer of an atheist. God, I know for sure that you don't exist. But if perchance you exist, which I contest, I speak in madness to a non-existing. If you exist, it is not my duty to believe in you. It is your duty to reveal yourself to me. This prayer was accepted. It is the New Testament to read. I could not read it. I could only weep over it, comparing always my life with the life of Jesus. He always pure, I impure. He honest, I dishonest. He truthful, I a liar. I regretted my life, but I also found that there exists forgiveness and salvation through him. I became a Christian, and afterwards a pastor. And then the communists took over my homeland, Romania. They started a very heavy persecution of Christians. All Catholic bishops, innumerable priests, monks, nuns went to prison, Orthodox bishops, pastors, Protestants, and then tens of thousands of laymen, farmers, young boys, young girls, whosoever witnessed for Christ had to go to prison. I also was caught, and I had to go to prison. The first years we were kept everyone alone in a cell, 30 feet beneath the earth. During years we never saw sun, moon, snow, flowers, stars. We never had a book. We never had a bit of paper. We were meant just to look to the grey walls of the cell. Sometimes the punishment was that you had no grey walls. You were put in a cell with black walls. And the wardens were dressed in black. You can't imagine what it means to have always black around you. But there I could experience the truth of the Bible. Sometimes the walls of the cells shone like diamonds. There was so much light in it. There was so much joy. Jesus and his holy angels had been with us. I had always liked to sing the praises of the Lord, accompanied by organ, by piano. We didn't have these in prison, but happily they had put chains at our heads and at our feet, and so we could sing, "Onwards, Christian soldiers, cling, clang, marching as to war, cling, clang." And there exists this joy of Christ, which does not depend upon external circumstances. In communist prisons in Romania happened the same thing which happened in Russia and which Solzhenitsyn describes now, the Nobel Prize winner. Christians have been compelled to eat their feces and to drink urine. They were tied to crosses 4 days, 4 nights. The crosses were put on the floor every night, and other prisoners were tortured to fulfill their bodily necessities upon the faces and the bodies of the saints of God. And then the communists stood around mocking, "Look how beautiful your Christ is, and for what fragrances he brings from heaven." They drove a priest to madness to say Holy Communion, the words of Holy Communion upon this dirt, and so on. Terrible things have happened. Terrible things happen today in communist countries. And if American Christians have so many blessings, they should know from where these blessings come. I have seen myself in communist prisons, Christians with 50-pound chains at their feet, praying every night for America, for its churches, and for its children. That is where your blessings come from. Don't forget to pray for them.
But I don't remember ever to have had desire of revenge or hatred. I pitied the communists. I loved them, and I did the little which I could to bring the communists and even torturers to Christ, and I believe that all Christians at least. I have had the privilege of being with martyrs. I have touched martyrs, and it was like the touch of their garment heals, and their faces shone, and every word. They were some of them simple men, not theologians and so on, but they had such beautiful words, and even towards their torturers. And love can penetrate as radioactive elements penetrate through a wall of lead, you know. So it penetrated this love in their prayers, And a miracle has happened now in communist countries. They believe that they've destroyed Christianity. It is blooming in communist countries now.
One of the worst torturers of the communist secret police, and now he was a prisoner with us together. And we asked him how he did arrive with us. And he said that he sat one day in his office, and the soldier on duty entered and said, outside is a boy with a pot of flowers for your wife. The captain wondered, said, let the boy enter. And the boy entered and said, Comrade Captain, you are the one who have put in prison my father and my mother. Today is my mother's birthday. I had the habit every year on this day out of my little pocket money to buy her a pot of flowers. Because of you, I have no mother to rejoice today. But my mother is a Christian and has taught us, her children, to love our enemies and to reward evil with good. And as because of you I have no mother to rejoice, I thought to rejoice the mother of your children. Please take this pot of flowers to your wife and tell her about my love and about the love of Christ. It was too much even for a communist torturer. Tears ran upon his cheek. He embraced the child. He has also been created in the image of God. He could not torture anymore. He could not beat anymore. He ended with us in prison. For Christians, it was not difficult to forgive. We would find it very difficult not to forgive. I remember that a pastor who has been terribly beaten has been thrown into our cells, into our cell, and we washed him a little bit, and then when he came to himself, I asked him, could you say the prayer, Father, forgive them because they don't know what they do? And he told me I could not. Jesus was innocent, and therefore he could say like this, my prayer must be, Father, forgive me and them, because we both don't know what we do. I am also a sinner. And knowing that I am also a sinner, as the communist is a sinner, we have to forgive each other, and we have to be forgiven by God.